Welcome to New York. Paul Jones, Sherman Hamilton, Midtown Manhattan, as the Raptors get set to take on the New York Knicks tonight. And the buzz has started. Marc Gasol here, but we're still waiting on all the details to be ironed out before he can actually play tonight. Nick Nurse is hoping that'll happen, but Sherm, he brings a wealth of things to the Raptors going forward.
Yeah, a very versatile player when you talk about his offensive skill set. You know, he can stretch the floor with the three. He's a very good passing big as well. He's a good screen setter and a guy you can run down low on the block as well to create some space and create from offense from the block. But you think about everything he can bring defensively as well. I mean, he's a big body. He's not going to play above the rim, but in terms of occupying space in the paint and clogging up driving lanes, he's very good. And he's a cerebral player. So everything that he's bringing to this team, it's experience, it's talent, it's a skill set that they can use. And there's a lot of good playoff grinding moments that he's had that he's been successful in. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out moving forward.
Sherm, there's also people talking about, with a limited number of games left, the chemistry issue. But there is some built-in chemistry there already when you think about one of his teammates, Serge Ibaka, who was on the Spanish national team, connection with Sergio Scariolo. I guess knowing Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green from battling against him, there's a little bit of the groundwork already laid.
No question. He's not coming into a situation where he doesn't have any familiarity, and that's a good thing when you think about it. But he's a professional. He's played all over the world. He understands when he comes into a situation, it's about understanding the philosophy, understanding the play calling, and knowing his personnel around him. And there's an adjustment period that's going to happen. As you said, 26 games left. They're going to have to do this pretty quickly in terms of figuring guys out and understanding how to position them throughout the rest of the season. But when you have a player of that caliber, a guy who's been around, understands it, and has that skill set, I think that process can be shortened. And as long as everybody's healthy, which the Raptors have struggled with this season, they're going to have that opportunity.
Talk about healthy, a guy who the Raptors haven't seen for a long time, recovering from a serious injury. Malcolm Miller literally signed his 10-day contract in the gym this morning before the workout. He'll be back, and Sherm, he's a guy who can shoot the ball. Nick Nurse is familiar with him. He's bringing some stuff to the table as well.
He is. He's bringing good length as a defender as well. And again, we're talking about a guy who's been around this system for a while, so he understands kind of what's going on. He's not going to have to jump on this thing and figure out all the lingo and every play. He knows. He's been around. So, and a guy who can help you out. He's not a guy you're going to say there's 30 minutes for you, but defensively for spot minutes, a guy who can shoot the basketball. And when he's on the floor, he stays in his lane. He's not going to try and play outside of himself. And when you're filling out the back end of your roster, it can never hurt you when guys understand their role and play to the best of their ability.
All right, let's hear what they had to say after practice.
You know, I just thought, this would be a good piece for us. Having a playoff pedigree, being there before, smart player, just knows the game as a high veteran.
So most importantly, we just had a good chat, really. I'm pretty familiar with him and what he can do, and there's you just cover some things and talk some terminology, just talk about, and most of the stuff he's been around enough that he's seen, right? And there's some things he hasn't that we do, and some of the terminology we use is probably unique. So we just go over that mostly. Good, comfortable conversation. He's excited to be here. See where we go from there.
So you can see the Raptors and the Knicks tonight, 7:30 on TSN, and hear it on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.